More than half of you that just clicked play are going to stop watching in about 30 seconds. How many viewers stick around to watch is called audience retention, and it's one of the key metrics YouTube uses to decide whether your video should be pushed in front of more people. And the first 30 seconds of every video has the steepest drop-off of viewers. Now you can try to keep people's attention with fast cuts, sound effects, explosions, and everything in between, but that's not always the answer. So in this video, I'm going to give you the top 3 ways to actually hook your viewer, keep them watching, and overall how to make a great intro for your YouTube video, whether it's talking head tutorials, vlog style, or podcast interviews. And then at the end, I'm going to show you a great tool that's incredibly easy to use that will help make your video content more engaging. At the first element for any good YouTube intro is the hook, meaning what is the first thing that you say and the first thing your viewer hears or sees. When you're thinking about formulating that hook, try to put it in one of 3 categories. Is this curiosity driving? Are you saying something interesting, fascinating, or asking a question that the viewer is going to want to hear the answer to later? Number 2, are you identifying a problem that needs to be solved, something that is really a felt need, something that everyone can identify with? And number 3, are you sharing value right up front so that makes worth actually clicking your video? At the beginning of this video, I actually identified a problem, saying over half of the people watching a video are going to drop off. Well, if you make videos for YouTube, that's a problem. You want people to stick around and watch your content. In the same way, hopefully that's going to drive curiosity, but I wanted to share the value of this video right up front, meaning if you do watch, you'll learn how to make a great YouTube intro. Being able to pique their curiosity and then express the value that they will have once they finish this video is key to having people stick around. Also, if you want to learn more about providing that value, I recommend watching the creator liaison Rene Ritchie. I'll put links to a couple of his videos down in the video description, but he really talks about delivering on the click, which your thumbnail and title are also incredibly important. That's actually the first thing they'll see before they even hear you. But if you have a title that says how to make a killer YouTube intro, make sure you're delivering on that click right away. As soon as you click play on this video, you heard that you're going to be learning how to make that great intro and get people to stick around. That's what it means to deliver on the click right away. So number 1, develop a great hook that either drives curiosity, solves a problem, or provides value. Number 2, use foreshadowing to motivate someone to watch even longer. If you think about back to your high school or college speech class, what did they say? Tell them what you're going to tell them, then tell them what you told them. I don't know if you remember that or not, but I remember the tell them what you told them, and that's what you need to be doing in that intro and hook. What kind of value is your video going to provide? What is someone going to learn in the process of watching it? And if it's entertainment or inspiration, you can still tease that, almost like with a mini trailer at the beginning of your video, or something funny if it's an entertaining video. Foreshadow the benefit and the content of your videos right at the beginning. If you have really long videos, like I do lots of tutorial style videos, and it could be 20 minutes or more, use chapters. You can add chapters to your video just by putting timestamps down in the video description when you're uploading your video, and then tell people, hey, there's chapters right here, and skip forward to the place that interests you the most. Which, by the way, there's chapters right here, and you can skip forward to what you would like to see. And when it comes to foreshadowing, saying that there's a number of points or certain sections of the video is really helpful. At the beginning of this video, I said we're going to cover 3 keys to make a killer YouTube intro. And if you're keeping track, we're on number 2 right now. Develop a great hook, foreshadow your content, and number 3, deliver on the value throughout the video. And when it comes to delivering on value, step 1 is just cut the fluff. Any kind of small talk, filler stuff, you want to cut all of that out in your video. This way, every second that someone watches your video, they feel they're getting value, they're learning something, or they're being entertained. Cut out anything that is not about the topic you put in the title and thumbnail, or what you hooked at the beginning of the video. If you're doing tutorial or talking head style content, try to be systematic in the way you're teaching it. Utilize those chapters. Tell them what you're going to tell them next, or review something you already instructed, and go at a good pace. And another tip, no matter how you teach content, some people will wish it was faster, and some people would wish you had gone slower. Well, let people know they can click the gear icon in the YouTube player and either slow down the video or go all the way up to 2x speed if they want it faster. This way everyone can learn at their own pace. Remember, which of the 3 values are you providing? Are you educating and talking head style? Are you entertaining and comedy? Are you inspiring? Maybe you're doing short films, vlogs, and cinematography is really why someone comes to watch your videos. Remember the value you provide and continue to do that throughout the video. And finally, as we talk about delivering on that value throughout, try to keep a consistent pace throughout your content. That doesn't mean it has to be fast-paced. It could be slow or methodical. If you're creating something really cinematic, it might be a slower pace, and that value is the visuals, what people are seeing, the cinematography. If you're doing podcast interviews or other vlog-style content, it might be the story. What story are you telling, and is that story progressing? So those are the 3 keys. Number 1, hook your audience by driving curiosity or identifying a problem. Number 2, use foreshadowing. Tell them what you're going to tell them. Use numbered points so they know what to expect. And number 3, deliver on that value throughout your video. Now, if you're a podcaster, you might be doing video interviews and you're not sure how to create these kinds of hooks just for a podcast. Well, specifically for video podcasts, let's say you have a big name guest. Tease that right up front. That can drive curiosity. I'll put another link in the video description to Jay Clouse. He has an incredible YouTube channel where he interviews creators and people in the YouTube and podcasting space, and he does a great job at creating engaging intros for those interviews. He teases who's on the show, what are some of the key things they say or the most interesting points, and he'll even cut it off right at the point where you want to hear the word they said. That drives curiosity and makes you want to finish the interview to learn what they were about to say. So tease those interesting moments right at the top, the intro to your video, and give viewers a reason to stick around. Now, a great way to do this is recording with Riverside because you can actually create custom intros all in the Riverside editor without even going into a separate app. Here's a podcast I recorded with a remote guest in Riverside. Now, there's lots of great AI tools here to help you publish your content easily, like generating show notes. This uses AI to generate in just a few seconds. I didn't even cut that. That's how fast it happened. It'll give you a summary, keywords. This is great to copy and paste in the YouTube tag section, even takeaways, titles, and chapter markers for the content. Also scroll down and generate magic clips. This will generate vertical video clips of your long-form content, which is great to share on YouTube Shorts, TikTok, and Instagram Reels. And now you have a bunch of vertical clips you can go in and edit further and share those on all the platforms. But let's go into the Riverside editor to make an engaging intro for our podcast. Now we have lots of branding options here, like we can add the logo and a custom background to our edit. We can rearrange the tracks, move them around. We can add animated captions, which is also great for sharing on social media. And Riverside also has incredible overlay tools like image overlays. I can actually search for royalty-free images here. I can just pick an image, it'll overlay it. I can even have it full screen and fill the frame. I can also overlay text like URLs or names. Change the style, drag it around the frame. But the real power comes in the ability to create and upload intros down here in the timeline. I can click the plus button right here at the beginning and pull from other recordings in my Riverside account, other edits I've made, and even upload video content I made elsewhere right in the Riverside editor. But maybe I want the intro to be clips from this episode. I'm going to set the endpoint for the full episode, and now let's find an engaging moment of this show. Maybe I want this short clip to be part of the intro, but I don't want to remove it from the full episode. Well, I can select the text, click the three dots, and then click copy. Once I've copied it, I can go all the way to the very beginning of the transcript, click the cursor in front of the first word, and then hit paste. I've now put that video and audio content from later in the episode as the intro. I can preview it, and that's the clip I just copy and pasted. Let's find one more moment. I can actually search the transcript for a specific word. Let's choose this section right here, three dots, copy it, and I'll click at the very beginning of the timeline, paste it before that first line again, and now I have two clips from the podcast as part of the intro. Now I can make this intro even more engaging by adding an image overlay during these intro clips. I was talking about the AirPods Max headphones in this first clip, so maybe I'll choose this stock photo, make it full screen, and I can also zoom into the timeline, and I'll drag the in and out point so that picture is just over the section I want. Now it'll play with those animated captions and the image overlay, and I can overlay something on this clip as well. Now maybe I want to add a short video intro in between the clips I copied and pasted and the full episode. Well, I'll put my mouse in between these two sections in the timeline, click the plus button, and now I'll go over to my upload section. Here I can upload video files up to 100 megabytes, and it will stay here in my studio for as long as I need. So if you have a stock intro, you can upload it and just keep it here. Now I'll click that video I just uploaded, and now that's going to be inserted in between the intro clips and my full episode. Then when I'm ready to export, I'll click export in the top right corner, export up to 4K video, normalize audio so everything's the same volume, and then export. And that's how to create a killer YouTube intro, and you can do it all in Riverside. If you have questions about this process or using Riverside in general, leave comments below this video. I answer those personally. And check out this playlist right up here. It's our Learn to Use Riverside playlist where we cover all the new features, and we have full-length walkthroughs to help you learn how to record, edit, and publish all with Riverside. And if you do have a podcast, but you're wondering whether or not you should add video and get that podcast on YouTube, well, we have a video about that too. My video right here talks about how you can grow your audience and be discovered by a wider range of people when you get your show in video format on YouTube. Before you go, don't forget to subscribe to this channel, hit that like button, again, leave questions below, and thank you for watching. We can't wait to see what you create.